Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here in my lab. I'm about to get some pushback on this one, but I'm gonna ask a question to my black Christians. Why do we use the King James Version Bible and not the Ethiopian Bible? I don't want to start no trouble, but let's talk about it. Right, this is 25 Rules to Live by Storytelling. Story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give real life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're right thinkers, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do for you. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. The person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and to my God be true. Right thinkers, P-Funk philosophy asks the question to all my black Christians, I love you. Why do black Christians use a white King James Version Bible and not the black Ethiopian Bible? I'm just asking. As a student, I ask questions to the teacher. If you teaching me, you got to have an answer to the question that I'm asking. And this is what I'm going to ask. I fellowship with Christians, respectfully. What does it say here? No, we are black. Okay. Spanish come in, no. But I ain't got a problem with white people, but we represent black. Okay, we a black organization. I'm with that, and I wouldn't be bothered. But okay, no, that's fine. But why do black people use the white version of the Bible? We have our own Ethiopia. We was Christians before Roman Catholicism came in with their nonsense. Okay, they call them Gnostic Christians, meaning knowers of God. Mm-hmm. Not believers, knowers. That's the difference. And when the Catholics came in, they wanted them to believe what they're saying. Get that out. Moving on. Okay. But in me being a student of religious history, I studied the history of the Christian religion. And I go to the beginning. I know where it started. I knew what it split. All that. I just gave a lesson about the difference between Orthodox and regular. Okay, moving on. But again, I'm a student, so I learn and study. And I know for a fact that the Christian religion, when I was in the Bible, Israelites, I was the Hebrew Israelites, I went to Hebrew class 2 years study. Okay, yeah. But that's so I do know the Bible. I understand, I get all of that. And we were just trying to make sure we made the people in the Bible was black. Damn them existed. No, that wasn't we way back. We want to make sure they was proven to be black. The Bible I got, Ethiopian Bible, well, black, Hebrew Bible, all black. Everything in there black. So, and y'all say Christ, what he was, how he looked, gave him everything, and y'all let them give you this white stringy haired guy, and y'all went with that? I digress. We have a book in Egyptian. We call the book coming forth by day, coming forth to light. Okay, y'all know the book of the dead, but it's a book of lessons in life, teaches you. Okay, compilation, utterances, whatever you want to call it. But we had understanding of God and everything that need pertain to God religiously, how to serve Him, how to be best, and the whole thing was keep your heart light as Maya's feather. That was the name of the game in the Commission concept. But the King James Version Bible, first of all, it's 66 books. It's missing 22 more books. That's 22 pieces of information that if you were a true Christian, you might want to know those. I do. I'm curious. What the hell are we missing? Why? Oh, I can't get the Enoch story? Oh, we ain't got that. What do you mean you ain't got it? I can't get the original Adam and Eve story. We ain't got that either. What the hell? The Book of Jubilee? Who? Jesus. Monetics. I'm trying to calm down, but you see where I'm going with this? And I don't want to, y'all, but y'all, something is askew here. And I'm respectfully not beating you over the head, but I got to hit you. Really. 66 books can't be better than 88 books. And if there was 88 and they put it down to 66, why did they take it out? Same reason why they changed the color of Christ. Come on, man. I'm so wet past that. I just want to ask the question. I ain't going back and forth to Christian more nonsense. But I had to ask the question to my Christian family. Love y'all. But why were you doing the Egyptian Bible? Okay, I get the answer from somebody, I guess, sooner or later. But I don't want to start no trouble. You say you don't want to start trouble, do you ask questions to start trouble? So I love my Christian family. All right, friends. We have an annual cookout coming this weekend. I look forward to that. But I just want to know the truth. Okay, I don't give a damn. If you're a Christian, you should have the truth. You should know everything you need to know. But if you got a book that only got 66 and the other book got 88, what I noticed about my Christian family, they are followers of that, what I call the white man, King James. I know him. I know him. And y'all probably that y'all should know him too. And to follow what he produced and be proud of it, I'm not with that. Moving on. That's why I don't follow religion. Yeah. If the Christ in the Bible, that black Bible tell you what Christ looked like, obviously, hell, it's in the white Bible. They didn't even change how he looked in the Bible, but they changed how he looked in person. We can read the book, and I tell you, if what they say don't match what they do, don't trust them. What the Bible say and what they're producing, see where I'm going with that? As I call it, the well-dressed lie. Moving on. I don't care what you think and feel about that. I have my opinion just like you got yours, and I got a right to express mine just like you do, and they're not going to always match. Okay? Right now, we're not matching. Okay? I can tell you that. All right? I can't worship, and I won't worship a God who don't look like me. In his image. That's physical. That's human. That's natural. So the idea of God and man, we had the ability to do what he did, what? Create in our image. He did. I got mine in my image. I got grandsons that look like me. That's genes. That's power. That's what? To procreate. I got strong, dominant genes. Men make men. But the whole point of if I'm going to follow something, it better look like me. Especially to God. And every people of every group and culture of people, their gods look like them. Hindu gods look like Hindu. Indian gods look Indian. Chinese look Chinese. Black, we got a white god. What the hell? Don't get me started with that. It ain't about the race. But I'm trying to... Why every time I make it up, I'm racist. But y'all the one that made the damn change. I'm the bad guy. I'm not racist, but I'm not stupid either. You gonna piss in my face and tell me it's raining? I ain't going for that. This is your God. I have no other God. I'm sure you trying to brainwash it. You got him. Most of y'all believe that nonsense. And God said we are made in his image. Something's amiss there. Moving on. Again, for black people. And I'm just so a little bit perturbed. God got to be black. If that's your God. If they're going to give you a God, they can be purple, green, yellow, or blue. It don't make a difference. But if you got, it should look like you. That's like having a kid and you the father, the son don't look nothing like you. That ain't your son. I don't give a damn what. No, that ain't your son. But no, she can tell you what she want. The truth is in the pudding. He don't look like you. What God create, he creates what? In his image. That's for a reason. But they got DNA now. Yeah, but that's cool. But Lord, you go to court back today, just look at you, look at you. But man, you good? Why? That ain't your son. Why? You gonna pay child support? Why? That ain't yours. You don't look like you. Simple, simple. That ain't too hard to do. Moving on, but that was criteria back in the day. But now for black people, I love you. But for white people, their God is white. I ain't got a problem with that. I got a buddy. He's a white guy. He's a Trumpster. I ain't got a problem with him liking Trump. He white. What the hell? If you black and got a white Trump, you white, I'm not messing with you. And if you black and you got a white God, I can't worship with you. I ain't worshiping that God. That guy, no, I don't do that. Moving on again. And if you're a black Christian, true, what you want to know from a black perspective, you want to know that we got 88 books from our concept. He got 66. And you take his and love it. It don't, moving on, I ain't going there. I don't want a white man teaching me, preaching to me about being black. No way. I don't give a good hoot. That ain't gonna fly with me. I hear them. They got our history messed up. They don't know a damn thing. They misquote. They misunderstand. So I'm not listening to them. I listen to them, but they got a lot of stuff wrong. Why? I know that. I can't call and say, yo, I ain't got time for that. So I know, don't let them teach us. Let us teach us. FUBU, for us, by us. That's what we should be thinking. Black. When the white man come into the mix? Well, he brought God. No, he didn't. God was here way before him. The God, okay, of my understanding, who I serve and worship through daily living, right, is a black God. Even Christ that y'all talking about, I see him as black. Why? They say the Bible, he a foot of brass, hair wool. What the hell is that? A black man. So, that's my chickens. If someone can control your God, they took your God. Ain't no more higher thievery than that. Okay? That's the highest level of thievery you can reach. When you take another person's God and manifest it and give them yours, and they go with it, that's on them. Okay? But they will control the people, what we call religion. That's what y'all doing. Y'all controlling them, but you're using religion as the tool. You know that? If the book that he gave you, the 66 books of knowledge of Christian and Christ, what happened to the other 22? Moving on. If you already had knowledge of self, of God, why would you accept another man's God? Know thyself, man. I know mine. I don't give a damn who you serve, who you worship. Could care less. Don't mean nothing to me. But you ain't gonna make me serve your God. Maybe no. And they had a day when they took over people. You believe in Allah or Ra. Allah is a Muslim. So you believe in our God or your God. If you didn't believe in their God, they're gonna cut your head off, send you to him. That's what they model. When they got me to talk about Assalamu alaikum. Why? I want to live. I don't want to see God yet. I'll get him in time. But I got to perpetrate. I'm going to be a Assalamu alaikum. Okay, God can't eat pork. Okay, I hate that pig. I'm going to go instant. Why? Survival mode. That's called thinking. Abraham did it when he told the king that his wife was his sister. Come on, y'all. Come on, now you can't leave. Excuse me. Ain't nothing, y'all ain't really grasping this thing called life. Well, that's a whole bunch of variables to it that plays into it. And the less you know, the more mistakes you're going to make going through it. Moving on. Trial and error, they call it. But if you don't have a problem serving a white Christ, I got nothing for you, man. You ain't thinking right. Why? That's ain't what we do. As a black man, I'm not going to worship no white God. Simple. You can do what you want for them. I don't care. Moving on. And if you think that God going to bless you, and you wonder why you still catching hell. Moving on. We pray every day. Praying the wrong way. But if you don't have a problem, neither do I. But let's talk about, I know the Ethiopian Bible. It's a book, 88. Not just the King James concept of 66. That's the white man's version. I don't want that. But that's all y'all got. Y'all don't even, y'all proud. You got the King James Version. You got the King James Version. King James Version. I'm kind of scared to hit them with some truth that might, blow up. So, true Israelites, you Hebrews, purple people eaters, I call them. No, not disrespectful. No, respectfully. You wear purple. I know purple is the color of royalty. I know that. Purple and gold. All right. So they rock this up. They got the colors. But they use King James Bible too. What the hell? How can you talk about your oppressor and use his book and worship his God? I went for a count on that one. I got the one, but no, I digress. Excuse me. I'm not doing that. Okay. King James Version of the Bible. That is so popular. For what reason? Don't know. Of the Christians. And y'all love this. I use the King James Version. History. The Ethiopian Bible has 88 books. It's been around longer. It's the original. I tell you, I go to Egypt, I want the original information. I don't want the watered down Greek mythology nonsense that I first got. That's what they gave me. They gave me that in the beginning. I know what that is. Spit that right out. Like God with temperate people. He don't want no use for y'all. Moving on. True Christians, if that's what you want to call yourself, you would want to know what the truth about the Christian faith. The Bible ain't giving it to you. Oh, excuse me. The King James Version Bible ain't giving it to you. You didn't know that? Come on now. Everybody hears the story of Enoch. Everybody hears the story about Jubilee, but we can't learn it because we don't have it in our Bible. The King James Version don't have those stories. So you're losing some educational information personally that might help you out with your understanding of the faith that you're following. But if you're going the wrong way, you just follow along where you go. I don't know. Where you at? I don't know. You going with the crowd. Ignorance. Moving on. And once you get brainwashed to believing that's something there, your belief will take over. And now the power is in your belief. Y'all creating miracles, and that guy who gave y'all that nonsense is freaking out. Why? He said, it ain't supposed to work like that. Wow, we gave it to him. We know what we gave him. We gave him garbage. But they're making with that filet mignon out of it. All right, wrapping it up. Again, appreciate you tuning in. I don't want to rap on y'all, but I got to do what I do. So I got to hit you too, all right? I don't hold back. Okay? And again, I'm not even Christian or Israelite, but I still want to know the truth, don't you? If you're one of them, don't you want to know the truth? And I'm telling you, that book with the 66 books in it ain't the truth. You can argue, get huffy, puffing, get upset with me, whatever, but that's what it is. Jeez. All right, taking it on in now. Calm down. Woosah. Yeah, that's my passion. Not no anger, no, but passion to make a point. I teach with feeling, sorry. But I follow a black God, like myself. Okay, no one else, period. Point blank. I don't give a damn about a Christian, Muslim, Jew. I don't give a damn Puerto Rican, Spanish. I don't care what God you confess to follow. I got my own. I'm so glad I got my own. I'm so glad that I can see my life is on my terms. Y'all can't run game on me with that religious nonsense. Sorry. If the real Bible, aka the Ethiopian Bible, is not the Bible you're learning from, what you learning? Oh, you like the book of lies. That guy, King James, a liar, pervert, whatever you want to call him, homosexual, everything, all those negative things. And I'm not following that. I got a guy, one of my teachers, I ain't going to throw his name out there, but he went to prison for doing homosexual with the kid. I can't mess with him. And they asked, I did that, leave that alone. Why? I don't do that. And if you doing with this, you shouldn't be doing that either. And if that's what you're doing, I can't condone you. I can't roll with you. I don't give a damn how good your lessons were. I don't give a damn how much I learned from you. If you perverted, I'm leaving you alone. That goes for all that I deal with. It's personal to me. Moving on. And I control just that. I don't give a damn who you are. Okay, you wrong, you wrong. Moving on. All right. So that King James Bible is called the Book of Lies for a reason. The truth is in the 22 books that's not in the Book of Lies. Why? It wouldn't be a Book of Lies if they was in there. They had some truth. I keep saying myself, yeah. Every time I get there, I just go up, yeah, like a thermometer. All right. How can you teach lessons from a book that's been corrupted, and the purpose is to keep you what down here, not to raise you, but to keep you under their control. Just keep paying them bills. Just keep giving them tithes. Just keep giving that 10% of your earned income. And I keep feeding you lies. Moving on. And you wonder why you ain't prospering. They call my man, okay, Reverend Knight. In the 60s, he came up. They call him the prosperous preacher because the people who follow his teachings prosper. That's why. That's why. Other people call them pimps. Yeah, they got the wrong understanding. But yeah, see, when you help a pimp don't help you. A pimp takes from you. A pimp will drain you dry. He ain't here to help you. He wants you to think he helped you. That was the Antichrist. So the anti-pimps is the one who, no, we here to do business. You want to do business? We can work. Other than that, leave me be. Moving on. Understand what you're doing and do what you know to be doing. That's it. Moving on. And even if it's wrong, simple as that. When I was a hustler, I was all in. So I'm trying to tell you, whatever it is, just be about it. But this King James book that y'all got, he can't produce the truth. He's short 22 books. If I gotta get $1 and you only gonna give me 80%, wait a minute, my man, I ain't done yet. So that's my philosophy with that concept. And how can you teach? Okay, I just did that one. The book was corrupted. Why? They took the truth out and kept it what they wanted. Keep you what? Under their control. All my gods are black. Everything I teach is from a black perspective. Why? The white man wasn't around then. That's how far back I got my history. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It ain't racist. No, he wasn't there. Nothing to do with him at all. When he came around, all hell went. That's what they call the devil. He brought the hell. He made materialistic things important over spiritual things. The Egyptian Commission were the most spiritual people in the world, and anybody who encountered them said that about them. All my guys are black. And in Kemet, everyone, how about this, is black. Wasn't no white man to be found. White man came here 6,000 years ago. He think that's when the world started. Moving on. I ain't got time for that lesson. Taking it home again. I appreciate you tuning in. But my Christians, you know I love you. All right. Bam. Of course I'll check you. Don't mean I don't love you. Of course I discipline you. Don't mean I don't love you. Come on, get it right. That's why I'm doing it. Okay? Of course I love you. And the original people, and we all know this, on earth was black. That's the bottom line. That's the truth. That's the fact. And we are made in what? His image. So what that made God? Ding, 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 ding. You got it. So hope I made my point. Hope I didn't upset or piss somebody else. But I do hope I enlightened you to some things you might have to think about for yourself. Then I'm doing my job. And right fingers and close it. Maybe you all need to be 100. Maybe 100 miles a day. So I never know my right fingers. So now maybe could answer the question why black Christians use the King James Version white Bible instead of the Ethiopian, the black Bible, the original Bible of Christianity. If you're a Christian, you should want to know about Christ from us, not them.